Hello, this is Esmeralda. Welcome to my YouTube video today. As you can tell by the description, or better yet, the title of this video, you guys know I'm actually going to be reviewing an advanced reader copy of an amazing and wonderful author named Nicole Sekuloski. And I have actually read a book of hers prior, called The Haunted Pair. I'll probably put like a picture somewhere here, but it's a really nice elementary school / middle school kind of book, and it's really cute. But that's a book that I know I really recommend. I thought it was really nice, well written, flowed really nicely, and she actually co-wrote it with another author too. So it wasn't just her, but I believe it was under like Marie Elizabeth. That was their like pen name that they used. But great book. But this book, I actually, like I said, received it in the advanced reader copy, and it is called Mr. Perfectly Mine, okay? And then right here, I love the cover. Sorry for the glare, you guys. I'm trying to avoid the glare as much as possible, but if I do it like this, see, you guys would be like, it's too much. All right. But this is the actual book. Now, oh my gosh, as you guys can tell just by looking at it, it's giving you, especially if you're a Swiftie fan, just by looking at this cover, you guys, come on, it's probably going to give you those kinds of vibes. I'm trying to get the glare that's like not all up on it, but anywho, yes. So if you are a Swiftie fan, I definitely recommend this book. I think you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love all the little Easter eggs that this author actually added and kind of sprinkled into the story, which I thought was like really fun. Even me, who like, I don't know. Am I a Swiftie? Am I not a Swiftie? I don't know. I love her music. I know I've seen some, I think it was like a show, actually not some. I think I saw one of them, The Reputation. Was it Reputation? I think so. I don't know. Anyways, I saw it, I believe, on Netflix, and I saw like her concert, and I really loved it. I thought it was really fun and enjoyable. Plus I like hearing a lot like the backstory about her and stuff like that. But I know a lot of the students where I work, like they love Swiftie, like they love Taylor Swift. They love everything she stands for, which is crazy because sometimes, you know, kids just like the artist for the artist and the music, but these kids actually really like the things that she stands for, the things that she has spoken up about and stuff. So I think it's like really awesome that she does have like a really great, I don't know, really great role model, I guess you can say. But either way, I'm going off track here. So all right, so the one thing I do have to give you guys as a disclaimer here, which is actually several little things. First, I'm not being paid to do this video. I am not being sponsored in any way. And any links that I do have down below, they are not affiliated or anything like that. That's just like out of me, kind of to give you guys information to easy access for you guys, but none of that I get paid for. So this book that's named Mr. Perfectly Mine is actually from Nicole Sekuloski, and she actually is going to be having the ebook available in May of this year, 2024. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can definitely go on ahead and like get the pre-order. I know I did. Even though I got the advanced reader copy of it, I still did the pre-order because I am hoping to just have it just in my collection, like the actual full-blown, the actual book. Though I am hoping that eventually maybe she could probably print it out. I think that would be really fun, especially if she gets a really good response with the ebook purchases and stuff. I would love to have it in my collection back here, okay? I want to add this book back there. So that already should tell you what I feel about the book. So yeah, those were my disclaimers. That's the information. Also, I do know this author firsthand. I've met her. I've talked with her. I've interacted with her. She recommended some amazing fantasy books, which, oh my gosh, I love. But yeah, she's an amazing individual just in person. Like, if you can really hope, like if you fangirl over an author or something like that, and you really are hoping that the author is just as genuine and sweet and nice and things like that, like she's the author, okay? She is that type of author. She is so sweet, so nice, so loving. So do I possibly have a little bias? Yeah, probably. She is the teacher of my son, so I do need to put that as a disclaimer so you guys know just how much I know her and I work with her. Amazing individual. But that being said, I'm still going to give you guys my honest review when it comes to this book, because after all, I owe you guys, the viewer, pretty much the most honest review I can possibly have, because that's what I do here on my channel. So she's a little nervous about what I might or may not say, but let me say this, okay? So when I started reading this book, Mr. Perfectly Mine, The only thing I was a little nervous about, because I was somebody who, growing up in my high school years, like once I became a teenager, I really loved romance books. Those were my go-to. So when my mom and I, like, we didn't have as much money, so therefore we would go to the thrift stores and look for books. Like, at least for me, I would go and look for books. I would always lean towards romance books, and I would pick at least 2 to 3 romance books that I'm able to buy because, you know, they were really cheap and I knew my mom would be okay with it. So that's something I always did. Later on in life as an adult, I loved more like fantasy books and things like that. And then now I just really love a cozy mystery. Now, for those who don't know what a cozy mystery is, it is kind of like a mystery style book with definitely highly romance kind of in there too, you know, intertwine into that story. So that's been something that I've been really, really loving, as well as the fantasy, right? I'm still continuing to love fantasy. So that being said, this particular book is a romance book, okay? So if you are into romance, this would be something maybe you might actually like. But even if you're not into romance, you guys, this book is definitely not going to be that super overly cheesy kind of romance, which I actually love. I really, really love that about this particular book. So let me just already start talking about this. So already, I must say, the author is a huge Swiftie. Like, she absolutely loves Taylor Swift. As a matter of fact, she kind of acknowledges Taylor Swift at the beginning, and she does talk a little bit about her love and what she likes about Taylor Swift. So here's the thing. You have Alison Quick, and she is an amazing artist. She's up there. She does her concerts. She plays her guitar. Gives very, like, Swiftie vibes. As a matter of fact, I kind of did my makeup a little bit to the character. The glitter on my eyes, which you guys can barely probably even see. It probably looks more like foiled, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I promise you it has glitter in there, okay? But I did that because Alison Quick always plays with a glitter kind of style pick. So it always either is like a glitter pink or a glitter blue, which I really love the author did that. I don't know if she plays guitar or not, to be honest with you, now thinking about it. But a lot of the things that she, or maybe she just watches Taylor Swift so good. But me, as somebody who actually had played guitar back in the days, I really loved how, like, detailed she was about her picks and guitar strumming, that it just, I don't know, for some reason I kind of got transported back to my childhood of playing a guitar and how I would geek out over, like, particular picks and what I liked. So I don't know, that's just kind of one of the things that to me I thought was very wholesome, and I was like very relatable, right, for me. But yeah, she has actually within her book pretty much a lot of like Easter eggs for Taylor Swift. So if you're a Swiftie fan, you're definitely going to catch on to these Easter eggs that the author kind of speckles into her story, which really just kind of meshes together perfectly. So it's not like it's too much over the top. So you have Alison Quick, and she's this amazing star, already top of her game, amazing, you know, celebrity, you know, top notch, pretty much creator. And then you have here where you have Mr. Archer Styles, and he pretty much kind of is an up and coming artist, and he plays his guitar, and he decides to do a response video or response kind of song to a song that Alison Quick already had. And kind of Alison Quick has more of those one-sided songs, which kind of reminds you of like Taylor Swift songs. And here you have Archer kind of coming up, and he just posts this video online in hopes to get some views, right? Not thinking anything of it. Next thing you know, he ends up realizing his video goes viral, and it gets really viral, and he's starting to get these views by the millions and realizing, whoa, like, what is happening to my life, right? And then quickly you have the manager who eventually reaches out to Archer like, hey, I got somewhat of a deal, what do you think about this? Which Alison is not happy about. And for me, when I was seeing the dynamics of why Alison Quick didn't care for Archer at the beginning, I was kind of like, girl, just get yourself together. Like, you're getting irritating to me. But as the book started going, I was like, I get you. I see where you're coming from more and more. And it's kind of like you see these two characters that were almost polar opposites in a way. But then it's just like their relationship starts to evolve, and who Archer is and who Allison is, it's like they're both discovering who they really are, right? Because they don't know each other. They're strangers to each other. But yet now they are kind of pushed into possibly working together. And that is where their relationship kind of begins. And I don't want to say any more, you know, to that, just to not spoil the book for you guys. But it does get more in depth in their development of these characters. Now, what I love about this is you don't just get this development within just their relationship in general as like people and individuals that just kind of had to come together on a certain project, but also just individual wise, like they each grow as individuals, which is something that I really love when it comes to character building and stuff like that in stories. So that I could definitely appreciate from the author. Later on, especially as it gets more down, I was getting kind of halfway to the middle of the book and I was like, okay, I know something's about to pop off. What's going to pop off? Now, what I had in mind was going to happen was not exactly what I thought was going to happen. It was not exactly what ended up happening. There you go. And then the ending was just unexpected. I thought for a moment it was going to get a bit cheesy. Not gonna lie. I really thought that it was going to start to kind of be that like overly cheesy romance kind of thing. But actually, I loved it. I loved it. It was very wholesome, lighthearted. It glided smoothly to the end. Like this storyline, if you want something that just kind of brings you in that ride without being too overly dramatic or too cheesy or even cheesy, like this is the story for you. This was perfect. I feel that the author really tried to just bring a genuine kind of relationship and really bring so many characters that kind of just, I don't know, really meshed well with the story. I really loved it. And for someone who's like a huge fan of just romance in general, this is something that I really truly enjoyed. I think that if you are someone who loves romance, you would enjoy this. Even if, I do have to say, like, this isn't the kind of romance that's going to get overly spicy or just spicy in general. This is just a really wholehearted, like, lighthearted romance. It's really beautifully written, and it didn't need the spice. It didn't need all of that. It was just a really great read and a great flow overall, which is really hard because sometimes I do read some books, even recently, where I'm just kind of like, okay, it's getting a little too much, right? This one I actually enjoyed to the point where, because it was an ebook that I kind of got, you know, like the format that I received it in, it wasn't like an audiobook or anything like that. I found myself, especially since recently I've been doing a lot of audiobooks, I wanted to go and do the dishes, or I wanted to go in and like cook, and I needed to go do whatever I needed to get taken care of. I realized I couldn't just take my phone so I can listen to it, and I was just like, like I want to know what's gonna happen. I stopped in a really good part and I just wanted more and more and more, and I didn't get tired of the story. And at the very end, I have to say, I was like, yes, this is exactly what you need an ending to be, where it was just not over the top, but just great. It's just really good. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you those like warm, cozy feelings as you're reading a romance without it being just too crazy, this is the book for you. I really loved everything about it. Like, I especially loved the middle to the end, because that's where everything just really develops. And I loved, like, I thought I was going to get the ending like, oh, I kind of know what he's going to do, or I kind of know what she's going to do, and this is what's going to happen. Nay, I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. And I actually love that. I love when I cannot fully guess what the author is going for, because most of the time I guess it and I'm like, oh, I know what's about to happen, right? But it didn't. And it actually was even more better than what I expected or what I was thinking of. So that says a lot about a book. With that, I don't want to make this video way too long, but I do have to say, just I personally recommend it. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you're definitely, you know, big Swiftie, you are going to get a lot of these references of her albums, of little quirks and little things that, yeah, you guys are probably going to enjoy. You're going to be like, oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. But it's really, really good. Like I said, it's very lighthearted, and it's just overall the writing style was very smooth. It was nothing where like you felt like it was just kind of like, okay, this is kind of beating a horse, right? Like, come on, like get to the point. No. Not at all. This was very well written. So for that, I do have to say to Nicole, like, this was amazing and I want more. Like, I actually want more. If she can do another book with just like, I can totally see this either being not necessarily like another sequel to the book, though I would be interested to see if that did come about, but even just like in general, like different storylines, but different like books. So like you had this romance book, but then you had another one that just kind of was similar to it, but like maybe a different thing and a different thing that kind of coincide with like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, just like that set, you know, when you get the cozy mysteries, right? And then you have the one girl in, I don't know, doing a flower shop, but then there's a murder and then she meets this guy and then it develops and then you go to a next one, but it's a completely different storyline, but kind of similar characters and so forth. That would be fun. Except, of course, this one, it would be like completely different characters, I would think. I don't know. I think I'm rambling at this point. I think I'm rambling because I want more from this author. So I'm going to actually look more into the other writings or other books that maybe she had written, because from what I heard, I think she did have other books that she published. So far, The Haunted Pair, amazing. Chef's Kiss, and this one, same thing. Really, really recommended. I think this is something that anyone can just really enjoy. Just to like sit down, have a cup of coffee or chocolate or a tea, cozy up with a nice little blanket, you know, and enjoy kind of read. And I read it in one day. Like one day, I just like went right through it. So highly, highly recommend this book. Definitely 10 out of 10. All right, you guys, so I'm going to end this video because now I'm just like talking and talking, and I think I'm saying way too much. But with that, you guys, I'm going to leave this. If you guys have any suggestions, or what do you guys think even just of the cover and stuff like that, you know, and is this something that you guys might actually end up picking up? Now, the ebook, which I will have a link down below for you guys, just kind of easy access. Again, it's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It's just ease of access so that you guys can get straight to the book, to the Amazon book, if you guys so choose to. Which I recommend, because I know I already did. I already got the ebook. I did the pre-order, but this book is coming out in May of 2024. So if you're interested in it, you guys can definitely check that out. But yeah, comment down below any other suggestions that you guys might have. I know I have another advanced reader copy that I need to also read and get to editing, you know, reviewing it and all that stuff so I can edit. So I know I got to get on top of these things because I am so excited that these authors have given me an opportunity to kind of get their advanced reader copies and just, you know, read it and give them my honest feedback. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. And until next time, toodles.